I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody, 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 everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody, 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 everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the draw for the World Championship, OSC World Championship 2021. We're going to go into the draw very shortly, but just before that, we're just going to go over some particulars, just about rules and just so everyone's on the same page. The least rules possible. Obviously, players can decide when to play their match. That's convenient to them. But just to highlight a few particulars, just in case there's any conflict. It's like to address the veto system. So every player will have a veto, 2 vetoes, sorry, per round. Let me just highlight that. So this one at the top here. So they have 2 vetoes per round. Actually, first let's just start from the beginning. So tomorrow will be the first 8 players have entered, and those are you can see on the screen at the bottom, and so that means the tournament will start from the quarterfinal stage, which is tomorrow. And this will be best of 25, first to 13. The sessions will be 4 sessions of 6 frames, then 6 frames again, then 6 frames, then 7 frames. And they start from Monday and simultaneously on the next day. But players have 2 vetoes, which means that if a player can use that when they want to decide when the next session is played. So, for example, if someone can't play on a Tuesday, they can use that veto to inform their opponent on OSC that they can't play on the Tuesday and they'll play the next session on the Wednesday. They can also use the veto to, for example, if they're playing in a session and 3 frames have been played and they decide that they want to stop the session, they can do that as well using the veto. But once they've used both vetoes, they need to give a 1 frame advance notice. So a player can announce before, say, they've played 3 frames and they want to finish on the 4th frame. They could use it for tactical reasons. They may not be playing well in that session and they want to stop the session. They can just give an advance warning that after the next frame, the session will be stopped. I'm not sure whether players will use that or not, but that's just an option they have. But a veto counts for either changing the session day or to stop a session. And like I say, but all matches must be finished by Sunday. And if a player breaks any of once they've had 2 vetoes and they, for example, don't turn up or they say, oh, I can't play on this day, whatever, then there will be a penalty, which probably will be in frames. Frames will be taken away and that will be decided at the discretion of OSC. But hopefully those rules don't need to come into place. Best of, in terms of best of, these are listed and will be updated as we go along. So use the link to the World Championship webpage if you need to understand any of the criteria and best of, etc. But quarterfinal is best of 25, and like I said, next Sunday will be the semi-final draw, and then so there'll be 2 draws, the quarterfinal and the semi-final. So fortunately, only 8 players have entered for whatever reason, and that means we have 8 players and 3 rounds. Of course, there'll be a 3rd place playoff as well. So anyway, let's get into the draw. This is the draw for tomorrow's quarterfinal. The players on the right, you can see, are as follows. Alex Jordan, this is in alphabetical order. Alex Jordan, Alan Lockett, Carlos Bigger, Jim Gikakis, Nikos Gerelis, Papadakis Mixel, Shayan Deldar, and Wim de Ruiter. And thank you to all those players for for taking part, and good luck to all players. So what's going to happen is I'm going to spin the wheel very shortly, and the first player that comes out will go into match 1, and the second player I spin out will be their opponent in match 2, and player 1 will break off first and player 2 obviously will break off second, and then the 3rd player will go into quarterfinal match 2 and the 4th player will be their opponent, and so on. So very straightforward. And as I said, this quarterfinal will be best of 25, first to 13. Sessions, there's 3 sessions which break down into at least 7 frames each. Monday would be the first session, but like I say, players can use their veto. Just give advance warning, say that I'll play my first session on Tuesday or Wednesday, but like I said, it must be finished by Sunday, and hopefully that's quite straightforward. So I'm going to go ahead now and make the draw for the quarterfinal, which starts tomorrow. Good luck to all players, and we'll begin now. So first player, this is player 1 for match 1, and we'll make the draw now. And the first player drawn out in match 1 will be Jim Gikakis. And his opponent will be, let's make that draw. Jim Gikakis probably would be fair to say is the favourite, and I'm sure any players who may be watching this will be hoping that they probably get their first match against Jim Gikakis, a very good player, hard to beat. And that's a good draw. The next player is a strong player as well. Nikos Geroulas will be player 2 in match 1 and will play Jim Gikakis. So that's the first match. Jim Gikakis will play Nikos Geroulas from tomorrow. Best of 25. Let's go on to match 2 now, and who will be the next player in player 1 as player 1 in match 2. And player 1 in match 2 is Alan Lockett. And let's see who his opponent will be. Make the draw now. Don't forget that these are random draws for each round, so once you're through, there will be another random draw on Sunday to decide who your opponent is. The winner of match 2 will not necessarily play the winner of match 1, for example. So the opponent for Alan Lockett in match 2 will be Cheyenne Deldar. So we have Jim Gikakis v Nikos Geroulas, and match 2 will be Alan Lockett versus Cheyenne Deldar. Let's go on to match 3 now, and who will be player 1 in match 3. And that looks as though it's Carlos Bigger. And there's confirmation. Carlos Bigger is player 1 in match 3, and his opponent will be PMX, Papadakis Mixol will be the opponent of Carlos Bigger, and obviously that makes it clear who match 2, but we'll just go through the process of match 4. It's going to be Wim de Ruyter versus Alex Jordan, but we'll just see who gets break-off advantage. And Alex Jordan gets break-off advantage, and we'll play Wim de Ruyter. So there is the draw for the quarterfinal. Jim Gikakis will play Nikos Gerelis. Actually, I've put them in the wrong place. My apologies. Jim Gikakis will play Nikos Gerelis in match 1. Match 2 is Alan Lockett versus Shayan Deldar. Match 3 is Carlos Bigger versus Papadakis Mixol. And match 4 is Alex Jordan versus Wim de Ruyter. All matches can start from tomorrow, and obviously the match must be completed by the end of Sunday. The draw for the semi-final will be on Sunday, probably around about the same time, 9 o'clock, or maybe if any matches are still in play, it might be after that, but it will be around 9-ish on Sunday. Thank you again for watching. Please refer to the webpage, which will be posted up again on regular occasions, and please look at the updates for any changes or anything that you may need to know. But good luck to all players. If you could possibly, of course, in terms of the times when you're starting, the sessions open at 9 o'clock. Sorry, at 7 o'clock UK time. If you can before 7 o'clock, if you can just let your opponent know when you want to start your match. And please use your veto, or just let us know if you can't play on the Monday and you want to play on Tuesday or whatever. But I'm sure we'll get around to that and there shouldn't be any issues. So that's the end of the broadcast. The full draws will be posted up shortly, and each player will receive a confirmation of their match. But good luck to everyone, and thank you for watching.